What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 back again with JS Miner 87 here on the DFS Quarry channel on YouTube. We are about to break down the 10-game main slate for Tuesday, January 15th, 2019, and long awaited, the night everybody's been waiting on. We finally made it. The free hat giveaway sponsored by DFS Quarry channel. Mainly Jared and myself. What you're going to have to do to get into this contest is A, be a subscriber, and B, let a comment in the comment section below. Anything you want to say, try to be nice. You should try to be nice. You are trying to win a hat that we're giving away, so you should be nice. And that'll get you locked in there for a chance to win a free hat. If you are the lucky one who does win the free hat, you're going to get to choose the NHL team that you so desire. I'm sure most of you will choose a Pittsburgh Penguins hat. I mean, it's obvious, that's where people like to go. Pittsburgh Penguins, why not? I like it. Unless you're Cole. Then you'll want a Montreal Canadiens hat or some shit like that. Boo. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep that going, man. We hit 200 subscribers. We'll have another giveaway. What the hell, right? Why not?
I like it.
200's a ways off. We're only at like 114 right now, but we could get there. So we'll see what happens. Remember, let a comment in the comment section below that gets you locked in. With that being said, we do have a Slack channel. Let your email address in the comment section. Send you over an invite. If you don't want to do that, hit me up at DFS Quarry over on the Twitter machine. I can send you out an invite to the Slack channel that way too. Just need your email address. Same thing. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, Jared, 10 games. We can jump into it right away. Bust this shit out real quick while everybody's they're ready to go, I'm sure, right? That's what they're here for. Well, maybe not today's show. They're probably here for that chance to win that hat, but nonetheless, we'll give them the info too. Thanks, Raiders. Appreciate it. Kevin joining us, man. Thanks for jumping in on the live with us, man. Appreciate that. Both you guys. Always. You know that. Kevin Raiders, both part of our Slack channel as well. I'm sure Cole will be in here eventually, part of the Slack channel as well. We appreciate everybody. Mitch, been with us for a long time. Actually, I believe Mitch was our first subscriber. Is that right, Jared? At least our first live viewer anyway, right?
Yeah. I think it was Mitch. I think me, you, and Dustin were the first three, but that doesn't count.
Well, yeah, obviously. You know what I mean? So, hope everybody's having a good night tonight. And we've enjoyed it so far, right? I mean, it's been fun grinding out plays. It gets a little strenuous, stressful at times, man. I've been on a down streak here, so it makes it a little harder knowing that I did call some plays last night that I did not play. You can't play them all. It is what it is, you know. So be it. But we do what we can here, man. We've missed a few days here and there, not too many. We've been pretty consistent, right?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I think we put out more videos than anyone else.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement to say. We've definitely put out quite a few, man, as far as that goes. We've hit some calls. We've missed some calls, obviously. For the most part, it's been pretty good, though, man. I mean, maybe we turned some people on to some plays they would have otherwise missed. Best part about the whole thing is building a community, man. Meeting new people, hanging out on here, talking. That's been the best part. You know what I mean? Just talking through plays, you know what I mean? Busting each other's nuts once in a while, you know what I mean? Raiders likes to do that quite often. That's all right. We can handle it. But let's get it going here, guys. I give you what you're here for anyway. First game up on the slate, St. Louis Blues heading into New York, take on the New York Islanders. St. Louis will be on a back-to-back here. They're playing in Washington tonight. Islanders are a minus 135 home favorite. Over-under of 6 in this game should be Bennington and Lehner for the Islanders. Jared, start us out. What do you like here? Yes, Raiders, the comment box will be after the show.
Pretty I think you could get some cheaper plays on the Blues side and certainly the Islanders here. I did a good job here beforehand. I wasn't, I had a little bit of a light schedule here. I ate dinner and it was around 7:30. I could start doing this research. So it just shows you I don't half-ass this stuff here. Been looking at these picks for 2.5 hours to give you a good show here. And what do we know? We know that St. Louis Blues have allowed 9 power play goals in their last 10. I think that's 10 in their last 10 now, if you want to count tonight. I think Ovechkin's was a power play goal. And another interesting fact is that they might allow that a lot of power play goals, but they do not give up that many shots. Actually, 245 shots in 10 games for the Blues here. So defensively speaking here, Blues – don't allow a lot of shots. But, you look at this Islanders team and a little stat here. I like the Islanders for the win, certainly, especially on the back-to-back. I think the Blues are like 17-27 when we're talking about at least the Nassau. I don't know if they're playing at Nassau, but Nassau, they were 17-27. But looking at this, you got the first line here, Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, Eberle here. But I think you really want to go right down to the cream of the crop here. The Islanders do have 6 power play goals in their last 10 games. So I think you would look at Barzal here, Lee with 2 power play points, Brock Nelson here, Nick Leddy, Eberle. This first power play line certainly constructing some chemistry, constructing some power play goals on the board. Second power play unit, you see they don't have a lot going for them. In a 10-game slate, I don't know if you 3-stack this one here. Maybe if this is your play you want to look for, do a pair here or a potential one-off here. You see, I don't even know, maybe a Jordan Eberle here at 5,100. You can one-off him. But, 10 games, it's a first look. You could play power play unit 1. The more I looked at this, I don't know if this is going to be my pair stack or anything like that. I could see myself maybe going at 4K defensively here at Devon Taves. 4,000. He's got 2 goals and assists, 7 shots, 4 blocks, and he just came up not too long ago. I was telling Joe, I think he's been up maybe 10 games at this point or something. Devon Taves is coming on with a real good streak here. Could be a nice one-off play. And you do have interest if it is going to be Robin Lehner. I certainly have interest in Lehner. Like I said, looking at this Blues, if I'm looking at Blues here, I think I would want these guys for a little bit of depth plays here. Where was he? I don't even see his name on here. I'm pretty sure Robert Thomas had a goal today. Where's he at? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he had a goal, but certainly there's some depth plays here. You got Maroon Sundquist at 3,600 here, but Braun at 4,600 got another goal today, so that's going to give him 3 goals and 3 assists in the past 5 potentially at 4,600. Samford at 2,900. Producing as well in that second line. Blues I'm not going to invest heavy in. 2,900 for a Samford's probably my best play to give you there. But I don't look to see that the Blues are going to score many here. So I'm going to probably fade the Blues completely. The Bennington, he's 3-0, 0.67. I don't see that happening against the Islanders tomorrow. Don't be deceived to that. I'm not playing Bennington.
I'm going to join you in not playing very many St. Louis Blues here. Not on the back-to-back. And the Islanders, it's not like they're giving up a ton of goals here. Over the past 10, the Islanders are only giving up they're giving up 2.0, 2 goals a game exactly. So obviously I'm going to have more interest in the Islanders side here. Shen, Tarasenko, O'Reilly, Perron. Wouldn't mind a little bit of Oscar Sundquist at 3,600 centering up that third line. That's fine. I like Colton Parayko defensively. Be pretty much it for me. I'm gonna get off the Bennington thing here, man. He's been a little bit lucky running here to New York, face on the Islanders. They could put some pressure on him here. I like your call totally on the power play here. For the Islanders. For me, obviously, if you just want to play the line straight up, the top 2 lines are what I would play here. And I would second Jared's call on Nick Leddy just because of the power play time on the top line with Lee Barzal, Brock Nelson, Jordan Eberle, and Nick Leddy there. That's a pretty good call. I like that. I think I will take a shot here and run some Islanders tomorrow. And if it's Robin Lehner, I do like Lehner. Actually, it doesn't matter to me, to be honest, whether it's Greiss or Lehner. They're both the same price, so pretty much interchangeable. Numbers are very, very similar. So I do like the Islanders goalie here tomorrow. Next game up on the slate, we have Carolina Hurricanes heading into Madison Square Gardens to take on the New York Rangers. Carolina is a -140 visiting favorite, over under of 6 in this game. I'm not sure if it's going to be McElhinney or Mrazek, but it should be Lundqvist, considering I think he sat out the past 2 games here. So maybe we get to see Lundqvist here tomorrow. Jared, what do you like here?
Well, first, I think I'm going to stay away from goalies in this game on either side, and that's just due to historic data here. I was looking at a stat here, and I think it was on sportschatplace.com there. Another little interesting site. It's for Vegas, but they do give some little takeaways from the game. And Hurricanes are 5-24-1 in New York in their last 30 games. Each year changes, so, you could have a dominant team, you can have a not, but that's enough to scare me off the goalie situation. Going into this, though, little stat, the Rangers have allowed the most power play goals in 10 games, and wow, are they giving up shots on this power play. Penalty kill for the Rangers, they've given up 68 shots and 10 power play goals on those 68 shots, and to put that in perspective, the next team is 58 shots. So, 10 shot margin is pretty significant here. So looking at that, I got to aim for this Carolina power play unit again, guys. So let's look at this Carolina power play, shall we? We'll go right to the good stuff. And why don't we? It's like a night out drinking, after a big win, you get right to the good stuff. So Justin Williams, perfect play. The dude is streaking. I think does that sound, Joe? Goal in 5 straight games for Justin Williams. He's playing magnificent. Keep playing him. Aho right there. Furland as well. You could look at any 5 of these power play units, and honestly, this is one where I could see myself running three guys on a line tomorrow. It's certainly with Williams is a guaranteed put in at 4,800. So you are getting that savings. And the beauty of it is if you do let's say you do decide that you want Furland, Aho, and Williams, 4,800 for 2 of those guys, you still leave the door open for a high top line expensive pair tomorrow. And, whether it be, you see the Sharks we're talking about, the Pens here, Tampa Bay, you're going to have some high price offensive players coming up. This here stack allows you to allocate money for those big stacks. Defensively here, Jakob Slav in there, big good plays there. 4,500. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists, 7 shots, and 7 blocks. 1 goal and 2 assists, 14 shots for Justin Falk. Also getting first unit power play time, so that might be able to spark your interest in play Justin Falk. Hamilton on that second power play unit is still getting points. I think he's got a point in his 3 straight games or something, and has maybe turned a corner defensively here for Carolina, starting to fit in. Yeah, you got that right, Nurse Kevin. I've been on that wagon. I've been playing both Dougie Hamilton and Justin Williams, I think, the past few games for Carolina, and they haven't let me down. And stats are certainly going to show they're not going to let me down tomorrow. Now, going over to this Rangers thing, I don't think you play them in the same lineup if you're going to Carolina. I don't think this is game stack. But I do think you can GPP this and look at maybe a Zuccarello or Zibanejad or Kreider or some of those sorts. They are getting some shot production, some goals action here. 5 goals the other night in that loss to Columbus. So they are starting to at least see some goals here that are not scoring. We know that. Kevin Shattenkirk at 4,300 defensively might be a good play. But yeah, I can't see myself in any cash game playing much the Rangers at all. And like I said, no goalies here. But Carolina here certainly plays, guys, and look at your daily face-off and see who you want.
I'll agree with you. I like Carolina here too. I like the top line of Ferland, Aho, and Teravainen. And I also like Justin Williams. Those be my 4 forwards. And I like Jacob Slavin, and Justin Falk. Both of those guys. I don't mind your Dougie Hamilton call. I just prefer the savings for the same kind of production with the other 2 guys, to be honest with you. I wouldn't talk you off Dougie Hamilton. That's fine. New York side here. I get interested in the Carolina goalie, whether it's McElhinney or Mrazek. Doesn't much matter to me. I think they're both in play. As far as the Rangers side goes, I definitely don't want any part of Lundqvist or Georgiev, depending on who it is. And as far as any kind of plays from here, I definitely don't want any defensemen. Hey, Myron, what's up, man? No defensemen at all from the Rangers. And if you want to take a shot on Kreider or Zibanejad or Matt Zuccarello here, go ahead. You might be all alone doing that, but I could see it working in a GPP. I'm not going to play no Rangers here, though. That's pretty much it for that game. It's all Carolina for me. Next game up on the slate, New Jersey Devils heading into Columbus to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets are going to be a -215 home favorite here. Over-under of 6 in this game. We should get Keith Kincaid on the back-to-back here for New Jersey with Blackwood starting today. And I'm not certain what we should see here in Columbus. If they were smart, they would start Korpisalo. But then again, do we really think that Columbus is smart? So we could see Bobrovsky here. Jared, what do you got going on here, man? A little different game here in Columbus than what New Jersey was playing today.
Yeah, certainly. You see this Columbus team, hands down, some good quick pointers here for Columbus. Stay off the on the power play here. I think we can narrow it down. If you're playing Columbus, you're looking at this front 4 on the wingers here. You're looking at Panarin, you're looking at Luc Dubois, you're looking at Atkinson, and you're looking at Duclair there on that line 2 as a one-off. I don't, Foligno, I think he got like an empty netter the other day. That third line has some production, but I don't think it's going to work tomorrow. Seth Jones defensively and Werenski could be in play defensively here. I think it's since one break, maybe it was the Christmas break there. New Jersey does have the best penalty kill in the league here, so I don't see any reason to really try to like pair off of power plays here. So look for line correlations and play those. Certainly that first line has been productive here. We do know, it's easy to get swayed a little bit by playing Palmieri and Heischer, both having some great couple games here, along with that second line that's been there. But, I'm going to look and see what New Jersey's done on a back-to-back. It's a different game. New Jersey played at home today, I believe, right? Yeah, they were at home.
Yeah.
So New Jersey at home is a much better team. Those that follow the NHL real close, it certainly shows. They have improved, I think. Yeah, looking at away, they're next to last. They're 5-15-3 on the road, and it actually shows. Let me see that they scored 2.6 average on home and on 2.6 on the road to 3.2. It's a half a goal difference, which is pretty significant. So I don't see myself playing heavy on this game here. If I did, I think you could maybe, look at, like I said, even one off in Atkinson or Panarin for those high costs. It could pay dividends here because I do like Columbus for the win. But I'm just not sure how high scoring this one goes, to be honest. You've seen them give up 5 today. Maybe Hines kicks them in gear, and this ends up like a 3-2 type game, low scoring.
I just don't trust New Jersey on the back-to-back with travel. I know they're not traveling far, just a hop, skip, and a jump over top PA, right? But if you want New Jersey, here's sheer Palmieri, and I like the second line with Wood, Zajac, and Coleman. I really like Blake Coleman a lot there at 5,200. That's a great price for him. And I want absolutely positively nothing from their defense at all. And I sure as hell don't want no part of Kincaid, man. That guy is like a sieve. You know what I mean? No way. He's just giving them up way too much. Columbus side here, it's the obvious guys for me. Just Panarin, Dubois, and Atkinson. I don't see why you need to go anywhere else at all with that. So, I mean, that's cut and dry, really. Seth Jones, Zach Werenski defensively for me. I'd have some interest there. Columbus for the win. If it is Korpisalo in the net, I got interest. If it's Bobrovsky, man, he burnt the piss out of me last night, man. So, no, good there. Next game up on the slate. Anaheim Ducks heading into Detroit to take on the Detroit Red Wings. Anaheim was going to be a -115 visiting favorite, over under a 5.5 in this game. Should be Gibson and Jimmy Howard. Jared, do you have interest here at all?
I have interest in this being a complete GPP kind of throw it out there. You're looking at two of the worst defensively teams here. You got Detroit giving up 38 goals in their last 10 games and Anaheim giving up 37 goals in the last 10 games. That's 4 goals apiece here, roughly. They aren't scoring a lot on either side here, but I think you can show some talent here. And like I said, this would be strictly GPP play to stack it up, guys. Stack Bertuzzi, Larkin, Nyquist. I wouldn't really look at power play. Both these teams have 3 power play goals in 10 games. They're not real significant stats to really stack that power play. Look at line pairings here. And certainly I think Mike Green just got back there the other day. Seeing his name's back out there. Maybe Mike Green defensively here. Certainly Larkin at 6,800 Bertuzzi. Maybe I would play Mantha and Athanasiou over Nyquist. But then you go over to the Anaheim side, guys. We got Sprong getting some. Sprong had 2 assists the other night. Where are they putting him? It looks like he's down on line 3 with Rowney. 5 assists between those 2 guys the other night, so combined 10 points. Silverberg, Getzlaf, and Raquel. I do like that line as well here, but yeah, I think this could be a GPP, and I think we could see like a kind of a 5-4 type game here. I don't want, maybe your stats can get skewed by Penn's putting up 7 on them in that one game, but it still is high significant number of goals in 10 games here. But for a cash game play, I'm not on either side here. It's 2 of cellar dwellers in the last 10, and I do give the edge slightly if you wanted to try a goalie to Jimmy Howard here, but no action for me in cash game plays tomorrow.
I don't think you need this game at all. The only interest I would have with anything in this game is Jimmy Howard. That's it. And then that, sorry, I don't want nothing else here. I just can't do it. These are 2 bottom dwelling teams, man. If Anaheim gets the early goal, they're going to slow it down. Very most, they're going to score 3 goals, I think, at the very most, either team here. And I don't think that it's all going to come off the same line to make it anything that would kill you here by not playing this game. So I'll skip the whole game, fade the whole thing. It's only got a 5.5 over under. Only ownership going to be on this game is, like you said, in large field tournaments. Any kind of cash game plays is not doing it right anyway. So I'll take my chances and stay away. Next game up on the slate, Florida Panthers heading into Montreal, take on the Montreal Canadiens. Canadiens played tonight against Boston, I believe it was.
Still going on.
What?
Still playing.
Still playing. Winning, I think, right now, right? 2-1?
2-1.
Montreal's a minus 145 home favorite. Over under of 6 in this game. I'm guessing it's going to be Luongo. I don't know if they're going to throw out Luongo or Reimer. Not certain. And for Montreal, it should be Niemi. Price went tonight.
I'll make it short and sweet. And we discussed how old Luongo was, and I did research, or was looking. He's 39. So I think he's even got a year on here. So it's simple for me, guys. One play, maybe 2 plays you can make an argument for if you are keen on stacking your defense here. It might be Shea Weber, Jeff Petrie, Brett Kulak again at 3,500, or Jordy Ben. Defensive units here for Montreal and Antti Niemi. That's all I want. I stacked Florida the other day, or I paired them up. Like, they are just not playing good hockey. Like I've said, Trocheck's a big factor in them not having them. I think they had like 20 shots on goal total the other day in 3 periods. It's not a winning recipe for DFS wins. And, to think any multi-point guys come, it's completely a shot in the dark, because they do got forwards that can put points up, or 7, 8 of them that can put points on the board. But where do you go? That's the situation. It's kind of like the Rangers situation, where you look and say, where do they go? And they're a little bit more talented than the Rangers team. So for me, I'm fading Florida completely until I see them put up some consistent numbers. I will play Niemi tomorrow, actually at the price. Oh, no, 7,800. I thought I seen 7,100. 7,800. He's not going to get you many shots, though. He might actually. It's a Boston team. Today, Boston in like 2.5 periods already put up, I think, 30-some shots, 36 shots or something. But for me in this 10-gamer, it's that play. I can't see myself high on Florida.
No Luongo for me. No Florida for me. This is ugly too, man. Montreal, I mean, they are winning today. They're just not putting up the goals. I can't believe you're going to play Niemi. That's borderline crazy. So I'll let you out there on that one all by yourself. I ain't playing Niemi either, man.
Jared Allen would have got you good points.
What?
Jared Allen would have got you good points today.
Yeah, you're right. Doesn't make it a smart play, though. Jared Allen, I mean, it just doesn't make it a smart play. Montreal side, this is Gallagher, I guess. Uh, Gallagher, I guess. Gallagher, I guess. Defensively, Weber, Petrie, Kulak, like that. It's a good call, Jared, on the Kulak at 3,500. Certainly a good call. Man, dude, what the hell's going on with Montreal too? We need to see some production out of these teams. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's Gallagher, Weber, Petrie, Kulak. I'm just a little dumbfounded by Montreal. Man, I thought their numbers would be a little bit better than this. I'm so disappointed. But that's okay. Next game up on the slip, man. This is just not. There's a lot of really ugly games here, man. Next game up on the slate. This could just be a complete defensive game all the way around. Washington Capitals heading into Nashville to take on the Nashville Predators. Predators are minus 155 home favorite. Over under of 6 in this game. Holtby and Rennie is who we should see here. And could Jared we possibly be seeing here in this game a foreseeable future Stanley Cup final?
It could be. For me, hey, welcome back, Nashville. Forsberg, Johansson, Arvidsson, they are back on line one. Let's check this power play numbers for you real quick here. 5 power play goals in the last 10 on 40 shots. So that's decent numbers, middle of the league here. The most power play goals in the last 10 have been 11 goals by a couple teams. So let's look at penalty kill. Washington has given up 5 in the past 10. So you could even go down here and make a viable option here to look at maybe a power play unit here. On the road here, Washington, they take 3.6 penalties a game here. So you could definitely make a case here. But I do want Forsberg and Arvidsson both in my lineups here. And this is certainly a stack that is top on my list here. Yossi at 6,300 from the defensive side could be my third pairing, and I just let out Johansson in the center situation. Or I could even see myself playing Sissons at 4,100. No power play time, but he's got solid production there on that second line. 3 goals, 2 assists. I'm probably leaving him out, though, without that power play time. But Forsberg, Arvidsson, and Yossi there would be my combination to play. Forsberg has 10 points, 10 points in 8 career games here against Washington, and I think it was 26 shots in 8 games. So I look for Forsberg to definitely be on the board here tomorrow, especially a Washington team that is heading into the best. Nashville plays super well at home, as we all know. Let's go to this Washington side. Maybe they come out a little bit more angry today, getting stomped 4-1 by St. Louis. St. Louis, I think, has the season sweep because I think they're done now. But Ovechkin, still 33rd goal of the year, still viable play here. Let's see, home stats. Where are we at here? Nashville only gives up 2.1, so it just on. Yeah, 2.1 goals against on home ice this year. Washington is scoring 3.4 on the road here. I find it hard to really throw a stack situation in here. I could see playing Ovechkin and maybe going back to the well with Jacob Vrana, who's had a very pretty good couple of games here. Vrana had a real nice chance again today. He didn't get the goal because Allen made a heck of a save on him, but Vrana's been playing really well as well. So don't underestimate what Vrana does at 4,800. So you can play Ovechkin, you can play Wilson even. I'm going to leave out Kuznetsov here. And Vrana, like I said. But really, for me, the play's on Nashville's side. Defensively, I'm going to leave out all of Washington. And I certainly have interest down here with Pecorine here.
Real short and sweet for me with Washington again. I played it this way today. I faded them. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. If I have anybody at all from Washington, it will be Ovechkin as a one-off. That's it. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with Washington. They're not playing right. If you look back, even the last weekend, going in when they played St. Louis, and then they played Dallas, and then they played Detroit, right? Something's wrong here. Washington is – they're not putting up the goals, man, period, right? So Ovechkin is a one-off. Nashville side, Jared, total agreement with you here. I do like the and I don't want no Holtby, sorry, before I move on from Washington. No Holtby for me. I do have interest in Rene as well. I do have interest in Philip Forsberg, Victor Arvidsson, even Ryan Johansson at 5K. I don't mind that at all. He's just under 20 minutes of ice time. I like that a lot. The second line, I don't know if you need to go here, man, but if you're looking for a secondary stack, Fiala, Sissons, and Craig Smith, they're cheap enough, man. You know what I mean? Plenty cheap enough. But I wouldn't use that as my primary stack. I'd use those guys as like a pairing or something to fill out a lineup with. Great value there. Yossi, I like that. 6,300. I don't know how much ownership he'll draw. Probably not much. But I do like that. And I also like Ekholm and PK Subban here as well. I think both these guys are in great spots. Just as good as Yossi is. And you do get some savings coming down off Yossi to Ekholm or PK Subban. The only thing you're missing out on is that top power play time. But they're both on the second power play unit. I prefer Ekholm over PK Subban just for the minutes. And he is producing a little bit better than what Subban is too. Like I said, I do got interest in Rene here. I like Nashville to win this game. Give me Nashville 4-2 with a late empty net goal here. Next game up on the slate, Vegas Golden Knights heading into Winnipeg to take on the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets are a minus 145 home favorite here. Over under of 6.5 in this game. Should be Marc-Andre Fleury and Connor Hellebuck. What do you like here, Jared?
Well, certainly I like the under here. Vegas only giving up 19, I think, goals in the past 10. Vegas has their numbers, and Vegas is hot lately. Looking at it, they're 6-0 on 2 days rest in the last 6 times they've been on 2-day rest. They're 4-0 in their last 4 Tuesday games, and they're 4-0 versus Winnipeg in their last 4 meetings. So stats are certainly favoring this Vegas team. And you know what? I'm going back to line 1 here. Brandon Peary he's on line 1 now with Carlson and Marce's show. I think he could be what they need to get that line 1 rolling. And I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna probably make sure Peary doesn't get sent down tomorrow, but hopefully he's there to stay. And I like that Peary, Carlson, Marce show line 1. Certainly you could make a case for line 2, but I could see them trying to play their best guys against this line 2 with the Tuck, Stastny, and Pacioretty. But I do got interest for me more so in that first line there. In a decent price, even if you paired all 3 here, you could see some actual good money left here. Looking at power play, Vegas only has 2 power play goals in their last 10 games here, 44 shots. But Vegas, you're going to get shots here. Somehow Vegas has 358 shots in their last 10 games here. So, almost averaging 36 shots a game. Peary, Marcio, Carlson, as I said, line 1 is where I'm going to play. I don't mind looking at Nate Schmidt or Braden and McNabb defensively here. Shea Theodore at 4,100. He had a goal the other night. He had the overtime winner. But for me, it's more so Schmidt and McNabb on that first defensive pairing. And certainly, I'll take a chance. 7,400 Fleury with those type of career stats and stuff for Vegas and career numbers. 7,400 Fleury is definitely in play. Now, if you think that Winnipeg stops the bleeding here, Winnipeg, I think I'm going to aim more for power plays here. It looks like, what do we got? Power play numbers. Winnipeg has 6 over the last 10. Although, yeah, Vegas has allowed 6 goals against on the power play. So let's see if I can't even find a cheap pairing here for the power play. Maybe 5,900 Kyle Connor, even if you one-offed him or Trouba on that first power play unit and one-offed them, you could get some value there. But certainly I wouldn't argue against Wheeler, Scheifele, or Line A, any of these line power plays. I think stats are going to show that you're probably leaving off Line A with the numbers he's had in the past 5. He's not the Line A we've seen where he had 8 goals in 5 games, I think it was, or something. It's not happening there. So Scheifele and Wheeler, you know what it is though. He lost Connor. That's what it really looks like. Connor went up and when Eller's got hurt, and even Bufflin hurt for Winnipeg here. These are big losses, I think. When you go down to injuries, you have Tyler Myers, Ehlers, and Dustin Bufflin. Significant injuries. Like I said, first power play unit, that's probably where my plays are going to be, and I'm going to stick to just that first power play unit. No interest in the goalie situation for Winnipeg because I'm game scripting Vegas to continue their success against this team. You're on mute.
As I was saying, as you were talking through Vegas here, man, the only thing that jumped out the paper to me is Marchessault and Peary, man. I don't want Carlson with them. Let them do something first. The second line, Pacioretty, Stadstein, and Alex Took. Can't you see Scheifele Wheeler line going up against this line? If that's the case, I don't want no Pacioretty, Stadstein, or Took. Just give me Marchessault and Peary here. Nate Schmidt, I like that call. I like Braden McNabb as well. But I think that's the extent of it for me with Vegas. I don't want no Fleury here just because Winnipeg could put up goals here. I think I'm leaning towards Winnipeg in this game. I don't know how much owner. I don't think Winnipeg will draw any ownership here. Well, they shouldn't draw any ownership here anyway. So Cal Connor, Mark Scheifele, Blake Wheeler. I like that. I like Patrick Laine and Brian Little. Want mine one off and Brandon Tanev here at 3,800, right wing and at third line. I think that's okay. I like Morrissey and Trouba defensively. So I do. I'm on the Winnipeg side here. Give me Winnipeg in a 5-3 win here. And I'll stay away from both goalies. Next game up on the slate, Los Angeles Kings heading into Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Wild, who are on a back-to-back. Minnesota's a -200 home favorite, 5.5 over-under in this game. We should see Jonathan Quick and Stalock in the net. Jared.
Not much interest, guys. I think Kopitar 5,700, maybe 4 goals in 5 games there. Jeff Carter for the Kings at 4,400, got 2 goals and 2 assists in 5 games. overall in a 10-game slate, I don't know where you draw. Maybe Jake Muzzin, 4,500. That's a nice one that jumps off the script. 4 assists, 14 shots, 10 blocks. Jake Muzzin, a real nice play there. Actually, is a one-off situation here. But overall, I'm really seeing myself fading a lot of this game. Kings and Wild, let's take a look here. Past 10 games, what has the Kings done? Kings have given up only 27. I like Kings to win this one. So that being said, I think we do got Jonathan Quick in play, and I think the other day he won his, what is it? He won his 300th game or something like that. It was something, he hit a milestone the other night. I know that against the Penguins. So maybe it was his 200th win or something. But Jonathan Quick, I like where he sits again tomorrow against this Minnesota team. And hey, maybe my luck continues because I did have Carter Hart against Minnesota today. So maybe I'll go back to the well and play against Minnesota again tomorrow. Going to the Minnesota side here, not much that pops out. So, yeah, it'll be Stalock in that. Greenway had a goal the other night, 3,200. Niederreiter, I think, was on the board again today. Parise was on the board. Parise at 6,000 is definitely a write-off. Don't even play him. Zucker at 5,300. Maybe you can put a play in for him. 3 power play points in the past 5 games is a one-off here. Zucker's been a little bit better. Erickson with 1 goal. It looks like he's got 2 goals now because he had a goal tonight at 2,500. Maybe one off Erickson for a 2,500. Maybe he gets a point streak going. Could see that. But a lot of one-off plays. And, hey, you know what? I almost forgot to mention him. Greg Pattern. He was my play today. I didn't go with Nick Sealer. I went with Greg Pattern. Hey, got me 2 points, I think it was. So at 2,500, I'll take the 2 points. I was pretty happy with it. But no goalie on the Minnesota side for me.
I think this is a shitty game too, to be honest with you. Quick talk about the LA side. It's unattractive. I'll agree with you on Kopitar. I think LA wants Jeff Carter to play well so they could try to trade him. He who is untradeable. So Kopitar, Carter. I like Drew Doughty defensively. I like the Jake Muzzin call defensively. I do not, however, like the Jonathan Quick in the net call. No, thank you.
We never agree on goalies.
Yeah, I know. That's why I lose. Minnesota side here, just because I don't like Jonathan Quick does not mean that I like Minnesota here, because I don't like Minnesota at all. Give me Zucker, Koivu, and Granlund on the third line. That's the only interest I got. Pretty much it. Done. Defensively, nothing. I like the Greg Pattern call again at 2,500. I'll give you that one. I like Stalock. Give me a little bit of fucking Stalock. Pardon me. Give me a little bit of Stalock in the net. Why not, right? At 7,800, I'll take it. What's LA going to put up here? 2, 3? That's it. Really, my only interest in the whole game is Stalock. But if you want to play a little bit of Zucker, Koivu, Granlund, third line, go ahead and do that. Next game up on the slate, Tampa Bay Lightning. Heading into Dallas, take on the Dallas Stars. Tampa Bay minus 150, visiting favorite. 6.5 over-under in this game. And we should see Vasilevsky and the Big Ben Bishop. Jared, talk to us about how good Tampa Bay is here.
Yeah, it certainly looks like Tampa Bay's the play here, even though the home team, I think, is 4-1 in this series over the past 5 games. But I just don't see how Dallas can actually beat this Tampa Bay team with the roster at hand. But that being said, I'm gonna steer clear of the goalies. If I did take a long shot chance, it would be on Bishop. I have no interest in Vasilevsky here. Sagan and Radulov here, and you know what? Just Yinzer on Hockey was talking to us in the text there, the group text. Andrew Cogliano coming fresh over from the Ducks in the trade. When you look at this daily face-off, guys, the trade happened. Andrew Cogliano now on the left wing. That line too looks like, and they think they sent Devon Shore to Anaheim. So Cogliano is going to be left wing besides Spezza here. 2,800. Cogliano might be a play. Maybe I'll wait a game to see what he does here. But Ben, Sagan, Radulov, line one. I think you do play them against a Tampa team that is known to give up goals. Klingberg certainly back in play at 5,800. He's back. Probably has taken over the value of playing Heiskanen. So Heiskanen, as Justin would say. I always call him Heiskanen. Maybe I do that to agitate Justin. Heiskanen. But John Klingberg back in play at 5,800 here. I could easily see you guys playing a stack of this Dallas team on home ice. But if I'm going back here, let's check here. Let's check real quick here. Penalty kill. Dallas has given up five power plays in the past 10 games. Tampa Bay has scored 10. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually go right back to this power play, guys. Home ice, Dallas. Let's see how many. Drawing about 3 power plays a game. Yeah, I could see, running the Stamkos there at 7,500. Kucherov, 8,100. Yeah, I get it. Point, 7,800. It's those normal guys. If you wanted to stack the Dallas heavy hitters and play Palat and Stamkos as the savings here, could be Hedman. I was talking to they have him in the lineup, but it was real weird if you really watched that injury. It didn't look like, he got gouged in the eye. It looked like the ref was skating back and looked like an elbow hit him, but he wasn't in concussion protocol. And that's what I found to be very interesting. So I'm going to keep an eye out, make sure that Hedman is in play. I'm sure they've practiced today, so it'd be in your Tampa Bay headlines. But you guys know what Tampa Bay's in play. We can talk about them until we're blue in the face, but there's a lot of plays here on the Tampa Bay side. And I'm sure they're going to be heavily chalked tomorrow. Yes, Yinzer is easily agitated. That could be a way.
You good?
Yep.
Definitely easily agitated. For me, man, I like Palat and Stamkos as a pairing. I like Braden Point and Kucherov as a pairing. From what I heard on the radio talk shows today with Victor Hedman, man, wasn't sure about the concussion protocol, but what a lot of them were saying was that he definitely looked like he had Gumby feet after it happened. Was noticeably shaken by it. So with that being said, I'm going to stay away until I hear something definitive. Hopefully tomorrow before game, we'll hear something definitive with Hedman, because I don't have anything else defensively that I like from Tampa Bay right now. So for me, really, it's Palat, Stamkos, Point, Kucherov. That's my interest. No Vasilevsky. Dallas, we are dead spot on, same boat. Top line, Ben, Sagan, Radulov. Really, it's more Sagan, Radulov if you only want the pairing from me. So I like that. Andrew Cogliano, I'll take a shot on him at 2,800 here, man. New team, maybe they get his feet wet here. They want him to feel good about himself. They give him a goal, whatever. John Klingberg, okay, at 5,800. I guess he's in play. I probably won't do that. Heiskanen at 4,500, a little too much. I really got interest more in Polak here. Roman Polak from Dallas, 2,900 defenseman that's getting over 20 minutes ice time. I like that. So I will head there for some savings. No big Ben Bishop for me at all. Let's move on. Very last game on the slate. Pittsburgh Penguins heading into San Jose to take on the San Jose Sharks. Sharks are a minus 140 home favorite here, as they should be. Over under 6.5 in this game. We should see Matt Murray and Marty Jones. What do you like here?
Well, let's see here. All right, so Pittsburgh has allowed 2 power play goals over the past 10. San Jose scored 8 power play goals. For me, I like sticking with your line 3 here, Joe. And a great price here. Kane at 6,000, Hurdle at 5,800, and Donskoy at 4,100. I'm sure even though they're listed as third line, they're probably getting a few extra minutes than a normal third liner team would be. So third line San Jose for me. If you wanted to, throw, I just think Pavelski's a little bit too pricey for 12 shots in 5 games at 6,900. I mean, I'd rather take a chance on Thornton with 3 goals at 3,800 than that. Couture, once again, is pricey at 6,600 here. Maybe you'd want to one-off Timo Meier with 5 assists, 13 shots, and 2 blocks in 6,000 here. But I really think the cream of the crop is this line 3. Keep going back to Brent Burns. Don't even take him out. 7,000. I'm fine with it. The dude's a shooting machine. He's an animal lately. He's probably on like a 6-7 game point streak at this point now. Nothing's stopping this guy. Nothing is stopping this guy. He's more confident than ever right now playing. So it's Burns, it's Kane, it's Hurdle, it's Donskoy, and I'd probably play them in a late lineup because I think a lot of people are going to get on this, and their last 5 games have been under 5 goals combined between these two teams. So I know a lot of people are probably saying both these teams are defensive powerhouses. They're going to easily go for 5-4 type game, but just letting you know that. I mean, hey, it could, but I'm just letting you know 5 goals or less in 5 straight meetings between these two teams. And I don't know if that was back to the Stanley Cup Finals or if that was just regular season. I didn't read that much into it, but for the Penguins side, Gensel, Crosby, Rust, still very viable option. You can even go with the Malkin, Pearson on line 2. Kessel on that line 3 here. Let's check the penalty kill, shall we, for San Jose. San Jose has allowed 5 power play goals in their last 10, and Pittsburgh has scored 11. So I think you really do go right back to your power plays here. Gensel has 3 power play points. It's really that line 1. Hey, Patterson, keep playing him. I think he's on a 4-game point streak or something. Marcus Patterson, 3,200 defensively. He's again getting an assist a game, it seems like, lately. 3,200, 2 points, I'll take it. Throw me a block, and I'll be real happy. Chris Letang at 6,800. At that price, I think I'd rather have Burns at 7K. I think you're getting a better floor for Burns than you would Letang. So give me Burns in that situation. But I do have interest in power play unit number 1 here. I'm going to steer clear, I think, of both goalies in this situation. Even though the stats show it is a low-scoring game between these two, I just don't know which side it's going to be, and I just don't know if the hot streak of 6 in a row with the Sharks and also combine that with the Penguins. I think winners 8 of their last 9 or something. I just don't know which way this game is going to go to put a goalie in.
I think this game's going to shoot out. But before we move on into that, seeing James here in the live chat says that he's only been playing light in hockey because he may as well be trying to take picks out of a hat. James, if I could suggest one thing to you, man, line correlations. Line correlations, you want to pair them up, correlate your plays, watch for negative correlation with your goalie as much as you can, but you do want to stack teams up, man, as much as you can. More so in hockey than in basketball or football, if that makes sense at all. You really gotta you got to correlate, and you got to go for line pairings in line combinations, whether it's just straight 5-on-5 even lines or it's power play lines. That would be the first suggestion I'd say to you, just coming into it. I don't know how long you've been playing or anything like that, but if you go back into the contests, especially the GPP contests, look at what the winners have done and compared to what your lineup is, and try to see how they correlated their lines. For example, this game right here, in my opinion, right now, this is a game stack possibility right here for certain. I don't want any goalies here. Talking about the Pittsburgh side first, I like Jared's call on the power play, which gives me the option to run the big dogs. Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel. I like to run those three together as a line combo. Letang at 6,800 is too much. I like Jake Gensel too at 66 for savings. So if I wanted to let the expensive cat Sid Crosby off, man, them Canadians are expensive. You know that. Cole, what the hell, man? Crosby's expensive. McKinnon is expensive. All these Canadians are so expensive, man. But maybe run Kessel, Malkin, and Gensel. Stay away from Crosby. That might be enough to get you away from the chalk. But I like San Jose here, guys. I know I'm a Pens fan. It bugs me to say that. But I think San Jose keeps it going here, and I think San Jose can win this game. But honestly, I could see a 6-5 game here, man. We could see 11 goals in this game. So I want some parts of this big time here. Jared, you nailed my call. It's definitely where I was heading with San Jose was Kane, Hurdle, and Donskoy, the third line. Because I think the top two lines, obviously, they're going to put them up. Dorton's line and Couture's line, they're going to put them up against them big boys. Certainly, I think they're going to put them up against the big boys with Sid's line and Malkin's line, which would let Brassard's line it up with Hurdle, Kane, and Donskoy here, man. I think Kane, Hurdle, and Donskoy could feast. I think they could feast in this spot here tomorrow against Pittsburgh, honestly. Murray is not a scary goalie, despite what Yinzer would tell you. He's just not. He was on a good run here. Yes, he was. So was Casey DeSmith. He was on a good run too. That just came crashing down against the Kings this last game out. So, I love this, man. I do. It's Kane, it's Hurdle, and it's Donskoy for me all day. I don't care. That's where I'm going. I love it. I love this spot for them. I like Timo Meier also. And honestly, I don't mind a little bit of Joe Thornton and Joe Pavelski here, man. Little Joe Pavelski at 6,900. I know that's expensive, man, but listen, he could throw out a hat trick at any given time here, man. So I do got interest all over the place in San Jose. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even talk about the defense yet. Oh, yeah. I forgot. They have a guy named Erik Karlsson and a guy named Brent Burns. These guys, listen, I'm not against throwing Burns and Karlsson right into this defensive spots right from the start. Start there. Pair them up. Karlsson and Burns. Pair them up defensively on your team and build outward from there. How can you not? Look at this. Brent Burns is producing, right? He is literally producing like a forward. But the best part about it is he's getting 28 minutes ice time. Let's scroll back up here, right? Let's look at their top line forwards. No one on the top line even cracks 20 minutes. Second line, no one even tops 17 and a half minutes on the second line. Third line, no. highest person on the third line, Tomas Hertl, at 18, almost 19 minutes of ice time. Come on, man. Brent Burns at 7K. I'm sorry, guys. I hate saying this, man, but in my opinion, he's a lock. He's a lock, man. How do you not? Like 2 goals, 6 assists, 23 shots, 10 blocks, 2 power play points, 28 minutes of ice time, guys. Jared, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Brent Burns, man, is a lock. Lock it up tomorrow for Brent Burns. I'm going to circle him up right now. It's normally what I do with all my plays. When I'm ready to go on my paper here, I'm writing down. Burns is locked in, man. We got him going. That's it. That's the slate, man. Jared, you want to run through? We'll do the game quick. You want to skip the game? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we should be able to do the game here. For me, you know what? Took me a little while here on the stove play because I'm like a lot of good line ones, looking like tomorrow. Line, you know what? I'm gonna go line 2, little hidden object here, little hidden numbers here, but I'm going line 2 for the Anaheim Ducks. Adam Henry, Andre Kasha, and Nick Ritchie. Line 2, Anaheim.
I like that call. My diamond stack, I'm actually going to go with the old New York Islanders here, man. Line 2, New York. The triple B line. Bouvier, Barzal, Bailey.
For me, Snowflake stack, I'm going with this Washington Capitals. I think that they look at this game of 4-1, on home ice, right? Yeah, it was on home ice. I think they looked at it as demoralizing. I think Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Wilson have a bad game going against, like I said, Nashville, one of the hardest arenas to play
in. My Snowflake, I'm going to go line 1, obviously, Florida. Barkov, Huberdeau, and Dadonov. They're horrible. Boulder Award me, buddy.
All right. Hey, Vegas apparently and me are not getting along. They call Minnesota a -200 favorite tomorrow. I call the Boulder Award Jonathan Quick against this Minnesota on the road with a shutout.
I think you're crazy. I do. You're crazy, man. No way. I tell you what, man. Give me Korpisalo.
Is he starting tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm not certain, man. Bobrovsky is – who knows what the hell's going on with that cat down there, man.
You know he's got a no-trade clause, by the way. I didn't know that. Full no-trade clause for Bobrovsky.
He's horrible. Like, what's the hype? Right? Like, I don't know, man. I really don't want to get into it, but
it's got to be Tortorella, because how many people have had issues with that guy?
Well, I'm not saying that, but like it was pretty well known coming into the season that he don't want to be there.
I just read that he wants a salary contract comparable to Carey Price's 8-year, $84 million.
Who? Bobrovsky?
Yeah.
No way. No way, man. Seriously, you believe that?
Yeah.
Who's gonna sign him at that?
No one.
No one. You're right. No one. Don't you think that Montreal sort of regrets Carey Price's contract?
I can see that.
It's pretty expensive, man. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Casey DeSmith is excited. He just signed a 1.6 extension?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's living life, man. Hell yeah, brother. You bring it on. Bobrovsky, man. Dude, he's getting disciplined all the time. He wants $8 million? No. He's going to pull some William Nylander bullshit. How'd that work out for Toronto with Nylander and that bullshit? That's a bust right now. I'm not saying it's going to end up being a bust, but oh yeah, Cole. I know. Montreal's sitting in a very good spot. They're ready for free agency, man, and trade deadline here. Certainly, I just think that price is a little expensive right now. But I do believe when price is good, right? So, whatever. Anyway, guys, this is it. This is the hat giveaway show. Remember, once we're out of here, let your comment below. Everybody, let your comment in the comment section below. Get yourself entered in your chance to win that free hat. Winner gets choice of NHL team. With that being said, good luck tomorrow, everybody. Like the channel. Like the video. Give us thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. If you want to join the Slack, let your email in the comments below or hit me up at DFS Quarry over on the Twitter machine. Again, to be part of the Slack, I need to send you an invite out to your email, so I definitely need that. You can find Jared at JSMiner87. You can find me on my personal Twitter at JoeMiner3131. Thanks, Raiders. Appreciate that, always. And Jared, if you ain't got nothing else, you're on mute, obviously. Nothing else. We'll say good luck, and guess what, man? You can comment whatever you want, Kevin. Doesn't matter. Just make it a nice comment, okay? Don't. We just want to see comments. Whatever the comment is, that gets you right in. Even if you just want to, whatever, say good show, whatever. Don't matter.
Yeah, Kevin. It's just a YouTube link that you put your YouTube URL in, and it'll choose a random comment, and we just verify that you're a subscriber on the page. If you're not a subscriber, we will repick another comment.
That's all. Literally that simple, man. You can literally write, okay, cool, exactly, just like that, man, and you're in there. That's all you need, bud. And in all honesty, I hope to see somebody win right away, right, Jared? That's what we're after, subscribers and a good, solid winner, man. We appreciate everything. With that being said, good luck to everyone, and we're out.